Many people are trying to heal, love, or awaken through a very dysregulated nervous system, and we cannot think or spiritually transcend our way out of survival mode. Healing begins with safety, not insight. Awakening doesn't automatically means that the body feels safe. We can know we're safe. We can look around and recognize, yeah, my environment looks pretty safe, but do we feel safe? If you're feeling anxious or overwhelmed, exhausted, overworked, restless, you name it, you're probably still in survival mode. You can be super conscious and aware and awake on the path, right? As things are coming online. But no matter how much you know, if your body doesn't feel safe, you're probably still in survival mode. Something often missed on the spiritual path as we become more conscious, our bodies actually become more sensitive and become more attuned to our environments. And the nervous system becomes more louder. Like we can no longer tolerate unhealthy or chaotic environments. It just is not tolerable, right? And so these old survival patterns start to surface more strongly. Old survival patterns start to emerge, not because it's the first time it's been there, but now the body can finally start to relax into it and feel safe enough to feel it. And so, our nervous systems are so amazing, and we can just, like, our bodies, right? Like, let's just take a moment for the gratitude that we can have for how intelligent it is. For up to this point, it has shown us how to be safe in a culture that has continued to keep us unsafe through the survival strategies of doing more, of pushing more, of going to achieve more, in this perpetual pattern that has been never feeling like it's enough. And so we've been caught up in this system that keeps us in this needing to achieve, and that can look in many ways, right? And so the unsustainability of that. And so yeah, our nervous systems has come up in shown up, but it's been in this, like, tension, like this. We go into this fight, flight, freeze, fawn state, right? In this perpetuation. And so when we're in that fight, we're on this constant tension, needing to control. We're always needing to be right, and we're in that fight, and that's like, oh, heavy, like, push energy, right? And the fleeing, the flight, right? When we are in this flight, we're restless, we're needing to run away, we're needing to do more, we need to achieve more, we need to, like, go and keep going and moving, right? And then there's the freeze when we go on autopilot, and essentially it's all autopilot, but, like, we become numb and we shut down and we dissociate. And then there's the fawn, where we're wanting to people please, and we tend to self-abandon. And so these survival strategies have been there for so long, but it's been there because we've had to, right? And so now we get to shift out of that. That's the part of spiritual awakening and sovereignty, that we don't have to move into that anymore. We get to choose another way. That is the old way, right? That is the old paradigm, the old earth energy. And now we get to come in and embody safety. And that is a sovereign choice. It might not look safe out there, might not feel safe, but we get to, when we shift our own energy and our own safety of control, right? That is like coming back into our sovereignty, because then we start truly belonging to ourselves. When we shift that energy, we take our power back. And so let's just take a moment together, because it's so important to connect with the sensations in our body, because when we choose to show up in love with ourselves and choosing safety over self-judgment and honoring what is showing up for us, that is teaching our nervous systems that, hey, I'm okay in this moment. And I get to honor that and relax into that. And when I feel into that, I can truly heal, right? What we feel, we can heal. And so I invite you to just in this moment, just check in with yourself. And so let's just take a deep breath together. Letting it go. And just notice what comes up for you. What is there? What is present? And just no matter what sensation shows up, know that it's perfectly okay. And just notice it and just feel it. And just say thank you. Thank you for being with me here today. And just breathe into that. Whatever shows up for you is perfectly exactly what needs to show up. And so I want to invite you to really just begin by honoring yourself today. And there are different practices you can do to help support your path. Breath is one of them, coming back into this moment and breathing into your body. And movement and breath can help really support. And so, when you start to move your body, just listen to where your body wants to go. And maybe it's just a little bit of this, maybe some shaking, right? Like whatever that is, honor it. Begin that relationship with your body, with your breath. It's a relationship. And so we get to build the relationship as you start to learn to honor your own process. Coming into, or using sound. Sounds is beautiful. I love sound baths. Not always available, but, sometimes like an app, binaural beats, listening to Mother Nature, ocean waves, connecting with the sounds, the frequencies. There's many different sounds that you can connect with that can help support and regulate the nervous system. Being in Mother Nature herself, oh my gosh, that's where it's at, right? She will help you regulate her. We become so disconnected from her that it's so important to make that conscious attempt, that conscious intention to connect with her. Go take your shoes off and put your feet on the ground and literally just feel her energy. She will help ground you into your body, right? Go hug a tree and feel her frequency. She is exactly where we have become so disconnected that our bodies become, dysregulated. And when we spend more time in nature, and there's scientific proof that when we spend more time in nature, it really does help regulate the nervous system and support the grounding, right? Grounding of our nervous system. So she is a beautiful resource, and she's there. She wants to support you. And so I, I invite you to really tap into some of these things, but the first thing is really honoring what is here, honoring your own process and knowing that it's all okay because you're beautiful, you're human. And let's honor our humanness and recognizing that yeah, this all this other stuff that has happened over your lifetime, it's not your fault. But now it's your responsibility to connect with your own truth and what is here for you. So I invite you to take these practices and start to really honor yourself. And so this is part of the awakening. So more and more as we like connect and come home to ourselves, come home to our bodies, we are shifting the relationships we have with ourselves, with each other, with the world. We are shifting the paradigm. We are coming into the new earth, and everything is up to us. So we get to live from safety, not survival anymore. And so I thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing you. Take what resonates and let that land in the body. And I invite you to walk with me. Continue to be here. Walk with me as we're walking together into the new earth. I'm Stacey Musial, and you can find me at awakenyoursovereignsoul.com. Much love.